Hello, everybody, and how you been?
I thought I was turning into a lizard.
Voila.
Paraguay.
I don't know what was going on.
Where is Brian?
Uruguay.
Do you want to verify your mobile phone number?
I'll show you this
They're getting freaky over there.
wrestling.
I guess I'm not allowed to watch it.
Is Brian okay?
The ball bearings on this thing are amazing, though.
I don't know. Maybe we should talk about it on the podcast.
Welcome to the XYZ podcast. This is episode 75. I'm millennial producer Tony. Joining me, as always, are your hosts, Gen X Brian.
Oh, hey, everybody.
And Gen Z Winston.
What it do?
Still not drinking,
Yeah.
Winston, right? Winston
I
is
am
still...
drinking
What?
my protein shake.
Ah.
That's cum.
Yes, liquid. No, hold on. Let me
So
tell
listen,
you.
someone
hold
had to
on.
say it. It was
Hold
me.
on, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh.
So I hate the taste of like regular
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, keep
Tony-
going. Keep
Yeah.
going. You're not helping your case, but keep going.
I hate the taste of regular protein shakes, protein powder. So what I've gotten here
Comes in about 2-3 ounces at a time, Brian.
yeah. Yeah, I was working this guy the whole time. He only gave me
It's one of those hot sauce bottles. You got to tap it. It gets a couple squirts out of it. Not a steady stream.
exactly.
What a start. Sorry, keep going, Winston. We were
So
interrupted.
I was saying I hate like the regular like vanilla and chocolate flavor stuff. So
Mm.
what I've gotten here, Tony, and I think you would try this is it's boba tea flavor protein shake. This is honeydew milk
Okay.
tea protein shakes.
Mm.
So I mix it with water because I don't want milk, but it's pretty good. I
So
would
are
say.
you hitting the gym? Is that what's going on these days? Are you
I am
bulking up?
hitting the gym. Yeah, I am hitting the gym, and at the same time, like since I'm kind of not eating a lot to cut, I was like, well, this will fill me up. So
Does
Okay.
it?
I feel like it does. I mean, it's just
Okay.
water, but I feel like it does.
So you're not going to have dinner after you take your protein shake. You're not
already
like
had
protein.
dinner.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I had dinner. This is my post-dinner dessert
Oh,
drink
okay.
almost. Yes.
This is one of
So-
the first times we've recorded where Winston's had dinner beforehand.
That is true. It's been a while. It
Yes.
has been a long time
So this
since I did that.
this right here is my
That's your dinner?
well,
Yeah, for
dinner's
right
going
now.
on. Dinner's going on downstairs without me. So
Oh, no. Wait, so you didn't eat?
no,
Mm.
no, I've been running.
See, audience,
running
this
around.
is what Brian sacrificed to do this show.
Well, we don't get to talk very often, so I've got
That's
to make my notes to you. I did have something. Not that. Oh, that's funny. I was like, why did I put chopped tomatoes on my list for the podcast? Not a podcast topic. That was a
That was the
grocery-
grocery
That was
list.
the grocery
That was the grocery store. Fellas, I need to get your opinions on chopped tomatoes today. I wrote it down, or I noted it because of the sheer number. I wanted to remember the number that Spotify quietly took down over 57,000 50,000 podcasts that were peddling opioids. They were like these they weren't even,
What?
they were just like podcasts that were just thrown together and put up there that were just like advertisements for, the
Opioids?
Were they different podcasts or episode? Like 50,
Or was it a whole
50,000
show?
episood
50,000 podcasts that all they did was, it was like they just churned out ads, but they were in the same,
It can't be 50,000 shows. It had to be
Yeah, it
like
was 50,000
podcast
baby.
episodes.
I'm sorry, I should
Why
have
would there be
researched it a little bit more.
50,000
okay.
show on opioids? You
Well, I
know
think
what
they're
mean?
thrown together, and I think if
Probably
they end up
AI.
in somebody, I think,
I
and,
think
then
it's
and then it sends you. Have you guys heard of
Kratom?
Kratom?
K-
Kratom? Yeah.
Is it kratom? Is it
I think
pronounced
so.
kratom? Okay,
I don't know what that is.
yeah, it's gas station opioids.
Mhm.
Oh.
If you go to any of the vape shops or gas stations in the state of Georgia that are selling, whatever vape stuff, you're
Yeah.
almost guaranteed to see it's KR Kratom.
Kratom, that makes more sense.
Oh.
But yeah, there's the BP right on
Mhm.
the corner by my house has a big like neon sign that says it. I'm like, this is
Isn't
horrible.
that
Like,
illegal?
well, it's a gray
Not
area,
regulated,
not
so
yet.
they
Yeah.
can get away with it.
See, I only ever get the sushi at gas stations, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It is tasty. It is
Yeah.
tasty. You gotta love it, especially when it's on sale the next day.
I got a ton of stuff on my list. But
Okay.
while we're talking music related things, Let me
We're
grab
we're
one
not,
of
we're
mine
not,
here.
but okay.
Well, you said Spotify.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, sorry, yeah. I guess we were. They
So
don't-
again, tangentially related.
right.
Either of you heard about this? This is one of the older things on my list that I wanted to talk about. Blue dot fever.
No, what is that?
Yes, I have recently heard about this. I read about this. Yes,
What is
has to
blue
do with
dot fever?
concert sales.
Mm-hmm.
When is the
Elaborate.
last concert you've attended, Tony?
Oh, the last concert that I was at was probably Foreigners and Styx, which was a couple years ago, and I was gifted free tickets.
Okay, so you didn't. Oh well, I suppose you should explain Blue Dot Fever to Winston.
Yeah, I don't know
So
what that
Blue
is.
Dot Fever
So he doesn't catch
is the thing that is supposedly canceling concerts, according to artists, I believe, which is the phenomenon when you go on, say, Ticketmaster to go buy your tickets and you look at all of the seats that are open, there is a lot of blue dots. So
Because nobody's buying tickets because
no one's buying tickets. So they're just there's supposedly artists are going, we haven't sold enough seats, so I'm not doing this.
Yeah, one of the ones
yes.
one of the ones I saw, it was funny because it was a two-parter. It was I saw the Pussycat Dolls announce a
they
tour.
canceled theirs,
I'm like,
yeah.
first of all, who's been waiting for that to happen? Like, I didn't realize they were like a real thing. And then they canceled their tour because no tickets sold, or I guess no tickets sold at probably, whatever. I guess $100. What is the average price of a concert ticket now? I don't even know.
Well, it depends. If it's the Pussycat Dolls, probably like $50. And
Yeah,
still nobody would go.
Well, on the other end, one of my friends recently told me that you should get a kick out of this. According to Spotify, in her Spotify Wrapped last year, she was in the top 0.00001% of TLC fans.
No way.
And
Does she live in Atlanta? Does she live in Atlanta?
Yes.
Okay, good for her.
And because of this, she was offered very early pre-sale discounted TLC tickets for their upcoming tour.
They're going on tour?
Yeah.
Aren't they missing one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, actually,
I'm not in that percentage of TLC fans.
They're gonna do the
Hologram?
the Hatsune Miku version.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got
But
the two
she
living
bought,
members. Isn't one of them dead? I'm certain one of them is
She
dead.
is.
I'm looking this up.
You looked that up.
Lisa Left Eye Lopez, right? Yeah.
She is dead.
She's famous for multiple things. One, burning down, I forget who she was dating, an Atlanta sports player, and she got in a fight with him and threw all of his high-priced sneaker collection in the tub and lit them on fire and burned his house down. Yeah.
Minus Lisa Loeb.
No, I was gonna say she's also famous for flipping her car and dying.
Oh,
That's how she died. Yeah, and I don't
there you
remember
go.
if it's Jamaica or something, but yes, that is how.
Look at the three of us putting the puzzle pieces together for this
Yeah, there
story.
you go. We're pulling all
hard hitting
pieces in.
reporting coming to you live. Although I feel like Winston is like a Twitch streamer over there. Is that chat open on your left? It looks like you got
No,
all
that's
these
my
people.
Discord.
Ah, Discord.
There we go. Let me turn it off. Yeah.
You don't want to be zooming in and seeing who you're chatting with.
You can. I mean, it's not like
You got to be invited to Discord
yeah.
channels, so don't really matter.
Well, no, this is like the direct message side of things, but
Oh.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
But yes, the blue dot fever, some of them admitting that I mean, I would see so many more concerts if they were even like reasonable. But if I look at somebody like, are you going to spend over $100? Like, I can't spend over $100 a ticket just for somebody I want to see, kind of.
I also think that some artists kind of overestimate how famous they really are.
I'm sure.
Like who's listening to the Pussycat Dolls in 2026?
Yeah, that was funny to see the life cycle of that go from here to here. But this is weird though too. I was talking to a younger kid who didn't know who Eric Clapton was, and that really just kind of threw me because he's oh man.
See,
You're kidding.
Who is Eric Clapton?
Okay.
Member of Cream.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Yeah.
Who?
No.
Come on.
Oh man,
I'm
really?
so serious. I do not know who Eric Clapton or Cream is.
You don't need to know who Cream is, but you would
know
Eric Clapton,
Eric Clapton,
a very famous guitarist, singer
from the
songwriter.
70s. But he had a career. I mean, he's been around. I don't want to say quite the Beatles, but it's kind of like saying the Beatles and you being like, who are the Beatles? I've never heard of the Beatles. It should.
Well,
This is
hold
like
on.
he's
There's
in this.
level to it. There's
Yeah,
level
he's
to
on
it,
the same
obviously.
level as Jimi Hendrix, though.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's a
Okay,
good
all
one.
right, okay. So I know Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Right. Which is surprising that you then don't know Eric Clapton.
He's not mentioned in Family Guy. Clearly, let's
We're
find
getting-
out.
We got to give you a small like top 5 Eric Clapton songs because he's got some great. Speaking of opioids, he has a song called "Cocaine." My goodness, tie it all
Probably.
up.
Yeah.
Cocaine, Layla,
Yeah, Layla.
Tears in
Layla?
Heaven.
Yeah, Tears in. I mean, like he did a very famous cover of Bob Marley's "I Shot the Sheriff." No, none of this.
No, no.
Oh man. Okay.
Dang.
Well, the point of that was that this 18-year-old didn't know who Eric Clapton was, but I guess Winston also
This
does not know who
27-year-old doesn't know who
does
Eric
not
Clapton
know.
is.
Good thing we brought this up then.
But the
Right,
but
but-
the thing that threw me was like he was like, so does he have a lot of streams? Does he he actually? I was like. I was like, it's Eric Clapton. Nobody's like, it struck me weird that somebody would be like, how many streams do they have?
So
That's
if
like
Eric
saying,
Clapton, if Eric Clapton was to go on tour tomorrow, would you go to his concert?
I couldn't afford it. I'm certain that I couldn't afford it. You
If
know,
it was $100 per ticket.
he's not. I mean, I would like to see him, but he's not somebody I want to see. Or,
See,
you
but
know
that's
what I mean?
my point. That's my point, though. That's my point. Is people would be like, instead of going to an Eric Clapton concert, I can go to somebody else's concert.
It's also
Go
it's
to
like
2 Pussycat Dolls concerts.
yeah,
Oh, boy.
exactly. Yeah.
like to go see him is to hear him sing and play, and he might be too old at this point to do either of those things.
He's pretty
Like,
old, but
I just saw a clip of Alan Jackson walking off stage on his final concert, and I'm like, I didn't realize he was that old.
Alan Jackson, the country singer.
Yeah, he's not looking great.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I would. I
very
wouldn't
very
see, that-
famous country singer.
That's fine, but
Okay.
I wouldn't expect him to know
No.
Alan Jackson. I would expect him to know Eric Clapton, but that's fine. I suppose that's why we keep doing this, so I can continually be
Yeah.
amazed of.
This is the whole
know.
show, right?
Yeah. Winston doesn't know this. Well, check this out. You might think you might like this. I don't
It's
know.
been a while since we've had one.
That's true.
To be
That
fair,
is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
are there other countries that just have a kind of in the public eye a chokehold on a certain genre of music?
The Koreans.
Yes. The Korean.
I was my
They're
my
dominating K-pop
K-pop.
K-pop.
You've got British punk.
Okay.
from the 70s.
I mean,
yeah.
you've got other punk music, but generally, if you think punk, it's a lot of British.
Okay, Winston, Sex Pistols.
Japanese Vocaloids, right?
Hang on. Winston, do you know
Okay.
who the Sex Pistols are? If I say Sex
Yeah.
Pistols.
Yeah,
Okay.
with Sid Vicious. or
That's
whatever.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the reason why. Hold on.
That's
the
right. I think
we-
I can trace. I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, okay. So I guess the reason why I know of the Sex Pistol was because a few years ago, one of my fun fact, she was the girl that was in the playlist that we came up with last time.
Che
Young.
Young.
So
Che Young.
Che
Che
Young.
Young?
So
Che
Che
Young.
Young is part of Twice. And a few years ago, she was in a scandal where people were trying to cancel her because in the midst of their U.S. tour, she went to a thrift store and bought a Sex Pistol shirt, and on it was a picture of Sid Vicious wearing a Nazi swastika
Swastika.
shirt.
Yeah.
We talked about this at some point. I don't know
We
if it was
did,
on the
Did we?
show.
Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if it was on. Yeah, and so I was like, "Oh, that's terrible." And I showed Brian the shirt, and Brian was like, "Yeah, but that's Sid Vicious. It makes sense why he's wearing the shirt."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait,
She's
why?"
wearing a shirt
Yeah.
of a guy wearing a shirt with the
Yeah.
swastika, so that like
Exactly.
waters it down. It's watered
Right,
down
but
swastika.
at the same time, what you were explaining to me was Sid Vicious was doing that as almost like an FU towards like neo Nazis and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
it
yeah.
was misinterpreted as like,
Yeah.
but and then she wore that shirt. First of all, I don't believe that she found that at a thrift shop. There is no thrift shop now. My daughter
would have-
complains that thrift shops have been picked clean by the people who go there and then resell it on Etsy.
I guess I would rephrase it and say she probably got it at a vintage clothing store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably true. Because if it was at a shop, then it would have been picked. Like back when I was in my punk days, you had to like mail order a Sex Pistol shirt. I never had one, but
Yeah, right.
I had a brief stint where I was, did a deep dive into the Sex Pistols. And again, this is back when you just had to like use tape stores to find
Right.
to find the discography. And then I found out they really kind of only put out one album and a couple other releases after that. And then it wasn't, they were kind of like, they were all shock and awe, and then they went away pretty quickly. But they defined a sound.
But they are British punk.
Yes, they would be
Okay.
I would say, I mean, some people may, get their panties in a twist and say the Clash is the quintessential English punk rock band, but I would say the Sex Pistols are.
Okay. I haven't heard any of their stuff, so I wouldn't be able to speak on it.
I would think the three of us, could probably get into a room with instruments and crank out something as proficient as they did. They were not, I mean, it was all about, they were more about the attitude and the message than it was about any technical playing. Yeah, I mean, 3 chords maybe. I mean, seriously, like Tony could be on guitar, distorted guitar, I'll be on drums, and then you just scream into the microphone, and there we go. We're the Sex Pistols. Except we're old now, so we'd have to come up with what would be a good name for the Sex Pistols now, a PC name for old people trying to be.
That's not punk at all. If you're trying to think of a PC name, at all. You're against the whole movement.
Right. All right. So we're the Flaccid Organs instead of the Sex Pistols. There you go.
The Flaccid Organ is crazy.
Well, if you think about the name Sex Pistols, I think that was meant to evoke,
Yeah.
your rocket ship.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on them and really see what it's about.
Listen to the one album, see if you like punk music. You
got some other good ones. You got, like you said, the Clash. You got the Addicts.
I like punk pop. Does that help? Like,
no, but I mean, that's where it came from. A lot of the just like 3 chords and just the Ramones would be your American version of punk rock. They also were just, they were funny because they were like a concept band. The Ramones, if you heard of the Ramones, you've probably seen the t-shirts. Yeah,
I've heard of them and I've seen the t-shirt. Correct.
Yeah, it's funny.
Toy Dolls pretty good.
Oh, it's like new punk is what you're newer, not 70s. Yeah,
70 or formed in 79.
Okay, yeah. Winston, if you saw somebody wearing a punk rock, or no, if you somebody wearing a K-pop shirt, nobody fake wears a K-pop shirt, right? As now I walk around and I see, if it's a great logo, you get the Grateful Dead, the Rolling Stones, Nirvana. Yeah. I've seen, I made a couple comments the other day. We were in Walmart and this person very much did not look like they would listening to Nirvana, but they had,
what that is? You know what that is? You know what the kids call that nowadays?
What's that?
LARPing.
They were, I love that. I love that term.
I love that term. LARPing is now one of my top 10 used word of all time.
Which is an old term.
It is. Yeah.
We would drive past a park on Sundays by my house, and the LARPers would be out there.
Really?
And I mean, we're talking, it's like 80 degrees out, and these guys have their full costumes on. Yeah. Most of them not in the greatest shape, and I would yell out, "Nerds!" but just because that was from Revenge of the Nerds in the 80s, back before nerds were cool. People would be like, nerd was like a derogatory term before it, people owned it. And so I'd say that, but then also I would say, like, I'm just saying that just to call them out, but I'm for anybody who's that enthusiastic about something,
right?
What they look like.
I'm going, is it any different than a bunch of guys putting on their favorite football jersey and going out and playing catch? Or backyard game of football. Okay. It's just it's the same thing. You're putting on your favorite person's costume and you're going out and playing a game with the rules. It's like,
the only difference is I believe the sports people don't believe that they are, what would it be? What's his name? Tom Brady. I don't think they think they're Tom Brady, but they're
aspect of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's no different. It's D&D out in the field.
Right.
That's
what it is.
However, those guys are not getting a supermodel as their wife. Temporary.
No,
wife.
But they are getting exercise, which maybe is better for them,
Yes.
But you've got British punk, you've got German techno.
Yeah.
I would say German house, no?
Electronic music. I think Germany sort of has that. But I'm going, some of them are de facto. It's like American jazz, but that's because jazz was invented here. But I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, are there other nations or nationalities that are just like, and they've got this, and that's other people are doing it, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay. It's weird to say, but Japanese pop is, hold on. Japanese city pop.
What's the difference between pop and city pop?
City pop is more disco-y.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever heard any city pop song ever?
No, and
Tony or
it's
Brian?
funny. My daughter, the older one, really, she's studying languages, so she often will listen to music in other languages. And I mean, obviously, you guys do. I get hung up on that. Like, it's weird because normally when I listen to a song, the lyrics are kind of like the last thing I pay attention to.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, like music with foreign languages is a little harder for me to get into. I'm not saying I don't like it, and but it's not
Which
something
is
I'm going to put on.
the opposite for me, because normally lyrics are one of the first things that I'm concerned with.
So does that put you off listening to music in a different language?
It doesn't always, oddly enough.
Okay.
I've also, again, I've played an instrument and studied music since 5th grade, so been into music for a long time in that aspect. Yeah, like go do a search for like 80s Japanese city pop, and it's amazing.
It's so
freaking good.
How would you compare that? Like, what kind of artist would you compare that to in the US? Like, I can't even think of like an equivalent.
It's almost like Japanese yacht rock.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
That's
the same sort of feel where it's just like
that's awesome.
It's smooth
so
jazz
smooth.
rock
Yeah.
almost. You'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
Brian.
right.
I think you would love Japanese city pop. I can send you a few songs. That's
Please
one
do,
of
because
the,
you guys are responsible for slightly expanding my musical horizons a little bit. I love that.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Tatsuro Yamashita.
yes.
We've talked about him. Me and Winston have talked about him before.
I think I showed Brian one of his songs. It was called Shampoo, Brian. I don't know.
Yes,
I was just
yeah.
whistling it today.
So
Shampoo
good.
and Mermaid.
Yeah.
That's my favorite by him.
This guy
But
does a lot of singing in the shower.
Well, Right on Time is a classic.
Tatsuro Yamashita would be a good one to start with.
Okay, check that out. But Winston, you've been listening to K-pop for a long time, and you don't, as far as I know, don't speak Korean.
I don't even know what they're saying half the time.
And that never, I don't want to say bothered you, because again, I'm probably distracted by the visuals, but that doesn't put you off a little bit, or that puts you off just like, I don't know. I have a harder time identifying with it, I guess, is when it's in a foreign language.
It's more like the voice is sort of like just an extra instrument. To me.
Okay. Yeah,
So
France definitely is. There's a lot of French house music. I mean, Daft Punk, I believe, is French.
yeah,
The French.
the French.
The French champagne.
What else would the French have that I would consider? I don't know if I would say the French own house music, but
I don't think music when I think France. I think food.
No, well, I was gonna say there's like bistro music. My daughter would often put on a French bistro music when she was in the kitchen cooking, but it's a lot of that's like very instrumental. I love that stuff.
A lot of
Right.
accordion.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, see, now that's whatever.
exactly
Yeah,
what
I
comes
would
to
say
mind.
it's like
that comes to
You
mind.
hear a song similar, you're like, okay, French.
Yeah. And then I guess if we got to go stereotypes, you got your Scotland and Ireland with the bagpipes.
Yeah, but it's again
yeah.
where it's just like that's Scottish is bagpipes. But again, you're going bagpipe music is Scottish because the bagpipe was invented there. So does that count?
It's indigenous music, yeah. And
Yeah.
if Winston or Tony, if you ever make your way down to Key West, the southernmost point, almost inevitably
Miami.
at sunset, you'll be hearing Amazing Grace played on a set of bagpipes. The two times I've been there, there was some guy in the area down there with all the, there's a lot of like street performers and stuff because
Yeah.
people come out and watch the sunset and eat conch fritters. But yes, every time you hear Amazing Grace played on the bagpipe. I don't know
That's
why.
so
I
funny.
thought you were gonna say steel drums.
Oh,
getting
okay. So yeah,
close to-
that would be cool.
Trinidad, right? I guess if you,
But it's just like, oh, that's island music. So it's not attributable really to any country there because there's so many. I don't know.
I was in years ago in Suches, Georgia. I don't know if you know where that is. It's way up in the mountains. I feel like it's the top of the mountains. If you go up to the, the North Georgia mountains, there's a little town called Suches, which is way up there. It's really nice. We went to some Indian summer festival up there. And we were walking around, and I think I like went off somewhere with my daughter. We went to either grab something from a booth or something, and like we hear off in the distance, we're in the mountains, right? And we hear steel drums. Like, what is going on? Like, what is? You hear just steel drums echoing. So we, just like the Pied Piper, we follow. Like, I gotta find out where these steel drums are coming from. And it's this dude in a gymnasium with a bunch of steel drums set up, and he's kind of playing. And once we got there, there was somebody else playing. And we're like, what is this all about? And he was just so he proceeded, he wanted to talk to somebody. He's telling us how up there the schools are so small that they don't have enough for an orchestra program or anything. And he was brought in as the music director, and they're like, well, what can you do? And he's like, I've got an idea. And so he's like, what about like a steel drum ensemble? And so they bought a bunch of steel drums, and they would, whoever was interested to join would join that group, and then they had a steel drum ensemble up in the mountains of Georgia. Yeah, it was really funny.
It's
so that's what
stuff
I think of when
like
I think
that I was
drums.
always like, I would love to just pick an odd instrument and learn to play. There was a group in Johnstown called the Johnstown Button Box Club.
The what?
So imagine, everybody knows what an accordion is. Weird Al played an accordion. But one side looks like piano keys and the other is buttons.
How is it not an accordion?
Yeah.
Because both sides are buttons.
Oh, the accordion is only one side is button.
Yes. So these are typically smaller, but if you look up a button box, you'll see it. It's not quite it's not quite like a little
squeeze box
pirate squeeze box, but it's similar. It's somewhere in between that. But I was just like, what a cool thing to learn.
Yeah.
It's like that would be awesome.
Real quick, Winston, squeeze box. Do you know who the band The Who is?
They mentioned, I think they were mentioned in some movie.
Okay. They have a song called Squeeze Box. That's the only
was
reason
that movie Pinball Wizard?
No.
Okay, because it's about their song. That's why.
Quadrophenia. There you go.
I don't know who The Who is. I thought I did, but no. I'm looking them up, and no, I do not. Yeah,
apparently there's a radio bit that's a play on the Who's on First, but it's all with bands from the 70s. Yeah, and you have the Guess Who, and then you have the Who, and then you have Yes, and then all the bands that are like ambiguous in their names. I'll have to look that up. I don't even know where I heard that, but I'm like, that sounds really funny though, because you say the like dumb band names. The Who, that's a dumb band name.
Yeah.
And I was talking with my wife the other night. The Band came on, and I'm like, the Band is a dumb band name, except it's appropriate because the band who calls themselves the Band is the Band. They're that good. They were Bob Dylan's backing band, and they called themselves the Band. And they're actually good enough that I'll give them a pass on that. But otherwise, that's kind of a dumb name, as well as the Who. And Yes. Or the Guess Who.
Do any of you guys do that? Just in normal conversation, be like, oh, that's a good band name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the time.
We do it all the time on this call.
We do throw it off, but yes, my daughter and I do that all the time if there's some ridiculous term, and then depending on what the phrase is, we'll throw in what type of band it is. Like that's a good, indie rock band, or that's a good punk rock band.
Do you have, besides the one that everybody uses, which is That's What She Said, any other like everyday bits that you use?
Oh, let me think about that. But I do want to give credit to what I think is the greatest "That's a great band name" conversation. My wife, somebody had a running nose, and she's like, "I've got the Funk Nozzle," and I was like, "That is a great band name right there, the Funk Nozzle." So, everyday bits, not That's What She Said. I actually said that the other day, just because I try not to use that much because it does, but it was one that I could not pass up because it was something just completely obvious.
I want to start getting some new ones in my rotation. And I have two that I have written down, which is just...
Is Liz on board with this?
I haven't started.
Babe, this is our new bit.
But when somebody tells me about something that they've done, I just want to start responding, yeah, but at what cost? Just be like, yeah, listen, hey, did I tell you that I went on vacation last week? And go, yes, but at what cost?
That's funny. That's a good
and then
one.
they won't even get it that it's a bit, and they'll be like, well, we went to Disney, so it cost me a freaking arm and a leg.
Exactly.
No, one that we do, if somebody it launches into an explanation or a story, and then they get done with it, and then we would say, I love that story. that's one. It's just kind of like as deadpan as possible.
When somebody tells me something very mundane, like it's like a piece of news that's about them, and it's just it's okay. It's not that exciting.
Love that
me going, oh, I just got my new table, and start responding with, well, you heard it here first.
That's a good one, Tony. I like
just like that's the level that I'm looking for.
Oh, anytime one of the the commercials comes on, probably car commercials or any upcoming holiday. I'm like, oh, it's the 4th of July sales event. Let's make sure we get in on that. I'll just I'll point out the fake construct, the advertising construct. Or it's Kohl's
giant-
days. We better get out there.
The
I love
giant
that.
bow on the cars at Christmas
Yeah, no,
drives me nuts.
Brian, I was gonna say I love that, but my favorite is Toyota-thon. For whatever.
Oh, Toyota, it's happening now.
Yeah, we gotta get down to the local Toyota dealer for Toyota-thon.
See, that's a good one. Anytime you go to a store and there's a sale going on, just ask if this is the Toyota-thon sale. Just ask. And it doesn't matter if it's an employee or whoever you're with, ask somebody.
Yeah. Is this the sign and drive event? I'm here for that. I'm here for the sign and drive event. My daughter went with us when we were car shopping, and like she went, I might have said this, but we were at one dealer and we were hounded the second we step out of the, it was we started with this is literally the first place we're looking. We're trying to narrow down the model. We're not even sure what, and then they just go, and then we, have to politely get out of there. And my daughter was like, that was horrible. I'm like, yeah, that's what car shopping's like these days.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of it online now, but you don't have as much wiggle room, but still.
Yeah.
I was seeing Winston's posts. Am I correct in assuming, again, because I don't know anything, but Winston, when you say a twin car, is that when you often are posting pictures of your car when it's parked next to a similar car, the same car? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Tony and I can't do that because we drive Accords and Civics. We'd be taking pictures all the time. It's like,
that would just be regular traffic.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got a ton of stuff on my list, but I don't want to.
I had nothing. I just had the thing about the opioids and I guess it was the thing about Spotify was to just bolster our hate keeping for Spotify, that they just put
nuts.
anything up there.
I want to play a quick little game because I heard an insane fact recently. I want to play a little, and I know this is a bit more than normal, but I want to play 3 truths and a lie.
Ah, the classic. That's better than the, what is it? Kill, marry, fuck?
Marry,
Is that
kill?
the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, yeah. I never played that. That was weird.
I was listening to a story about this inventor who has one of the greatest resumes of pop culture things that he's created.
Ooh.
And I'm going to give you 4 possible things that he's created, and only one of them he did not.
Okay.
All right. The same man invented Tang, Captain Crunch, Pop Rocks, and Cool Whip.
Ooh, man.
Which one of those did he not invent?
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. He did not invent Cool Whip.
You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
I'm gonna go with Cool Whip.
Yeah.
Both going Cool Whip.
Yeah, I mean just
Cool Whip.
because
Mhm.
Tang, powdered stuff, Pop Rocks I could see coming from a thing.
Yeah.
What was the other thing you said?
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah,
Crunchy.
they're very similar.
Yeah. And then Cool Whip, which is hydrogenated oil.
Yeah.
I'm going with Cool Whip, and Winston is too.
You locking that in, Winston?
Yep.
Or is
we're
it
locking in.
Tang? It's Tang.
It's Captain Crunch.
Oh,
What?
okay. Did
Yeah.
not know that. What is his name? Is it Dr.
Is it
Dr.
Kellogg?
William Mitchell. He was a food scientist.
I was hoping it was like an Asian guy whose name was like, Yoshimi Tang. That would have been
Powdered
Tom.
white eggs. He also invented.
well. I guess you keep whipping it, and then the Cool Whip came to mind. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess, but it was
he
just
did not
like
invent
what
Captain
a
Crunch.
crazy list of things.
we've talked cereal. Let me sidetrack for a 2nd though.
mhm.
You guys were you guys Captain Crunch eaters as kids?
Oh, I have a box of Captain Crunch outside right now.
Okay, is it Captain Crunch eaters an adult? All right.
No, yeah.
I'm
Not-
more a Crunch Berry guys, to be honest.
Nah, I mean that's good. Yeah.
I was more Crunch Berries, peanut butter.
Oh, that is
Peanut butter
good.
Captain Crunch.
Peanut butter
is-
Captain Crunch was big in our
Yeah.
household. When was that invented? I feel like that's why we had
That's
it so
new.
much.
That
I'm
has
looking
to
up
be
stuff.
New 1980s new.
Yeah.
Have
See,
you
I-
heard? Hang on,
Uh-huh.
Winston. Winston or Tony gave me the phrase ranch historian, and I love that. I love that title. Have you noticed that all of the folks visiting from the World Cup are absolutely losing their mind over ranch dressing?
Yes, they're like, this is the greatest thing ever, and it's gotten to the point where, it's not Hidden Valley. It's one of the ranch manufacturer has
It's either,
now.
Isn't it the Hidden Valley? Aren't they the main
No,
ones?
no.
Yes, they are. Hidden Valley created.
That's the OG ranch. That's right. I
No,
located the Hidden
yes.
Valley Ranch.
No,
They
correct.
invented
But it's not Hidden Valley, but whoever it was a different company, has now made travel size ranch
Oh
packages.
my gosh,
that
they were
is
able
for
to
sale
pivot.
at the airport for all of these people to bring back home. That's
Genius.
it's so funny.
That is genius.
But I do love seeing European growing up for years hating the US and then going here. It was like, this is the greatest
But
country in the world. And it's
But
like,
it is
yeah, we've been trying to tell you guys this.
It is for all the excesses, though. Like, although I saw a couple people were slandering Waffle House, and I'll fight them with my fists because they don't talk shit about.
I've
Waffle
gone the
House.
opposite. I've gone the opposite where everyone's like, we love Waffle House.
Yeah,
Just Japanese people going to Waffle House. It was like, it was the greatest thing ever.
Anthony Bourdain loved Waffle House, so you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to get too sidetracked, but I just thought that was funny because I was like, but then it made me go, like, really? They don't that's strictly an American thing? They don't have that elsewhere?
No. They also don't have AC units in their houses. Like,
Well,
they don't have a lot of them. Yeah.
I do.
well, hold on. Well, Brian, you've been to England. Was there AC units?
I was there in the wintertime.
Oh.
And it was freezing. It was freezing all the time.
So, it wasn't warm, right?
No, there was there was zero warmth. It was pea coat, scarf, hat the whole time, and and that was in the house. So I mean, yeah, I mean it was generally cold and damp, kind of like it reminded me of Seattle. And I love Seattle. Seattle's cool as hell, but it was like just a constant mist. Drizzly enough that you didn't need fine enough that you didn't need an umbrella, but enough that you got someplace and you were just like, covered in cold, mist.
But I don't understand why they don't like AC units. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think you can justify the cost. I don't think they need them year round.
I don't think it gets hot enough over there long enough for them to need them. That's why.
Yeah, but they could also use it as a heater, wouldn't they?
Well, if you get the fancy one, those are a couple. Those are a couple grand. We're roasting here in the South, man. It's toasty right now.
Is that why they choose? They use an actual chimney instead of a
lot of a lot of older houses have fireplace. Fireplaces back in the day. Fair. We're derailing. Sorry, Winston. We're derailing.
No, you're good.
You're good. I was just going to jump in. I've got info whenever we were ready.
Captain Crunch. What year?
So original Captain Crunch, 1963.
Oh,
Crunch
wow.
Berries. 1967.
Whoa.
Peanut Butter Crunch, 1969.
Wow.
67 and 69.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay. I thought peanut butter was newer.
68 feel now that it's the middle child of like famous siblings.
They were in the lab. They were working. That's when they were putting the work down to pop it out in 69. The crunch.
Well, it's like they discovered that they could make round shapes, and then they just changed the flavor of the round shapes.
That is true. That's exactly.
You can see the natural progression to what I consider the superior crunch flavor.
And then the Oops All Berries, which was just obnoxious. That was too much.
Don't like that.
It didn't. It didn't have a good.
Someone want to take a crack at when that released? Oops All Berries.
Oops All. That was back in 1982 when the factory shut down. 72, 82. We got a decade apart.
Yeah.
Closest answer. 97?
1997.
No, they didn't have a factory malfunction until then.
I was gonna say. I'm surprised that nobody goes, you know what we should do? We should just do one full batch of just the berries.
Yeah.
Sooner.
We got stoners picking them out of our crunch berries. Let's just cut the chase.
What if they do a crunch berry, but instead where it's a box without any of the berries in it?
And it's just Captain Crunch. Crunch Berries April Fool's edition.
See, now that's a cereal where I'm just going, how is anybody buying just regular Captain Crunch now?
Oh, it's good. No, it's good.
Good, man.
But the addition of the berries just makes it better. Who's getting a box of Crunch Berries and picking out the berries?
Stoners. I just made that up though. I don't know that for sure. But yeah, they were very excited in 97 when the Oops All Berries came out.
I'm just going, okay, Captain Crunch fine. Crunch Berries way better.
Yeah.
I feel like it's sort of like the thing of like Chick-fil-A regular chicken sandwich and a chicken deluxe sandwich.
I don't, because if I could go, this is a bowl of cereal that only kind of cuts up my mouth instead of just a bowl of glass.
It's true. That's probably why the berries are superior. Is less lacerations in your mouth.
Yeah.
What did you have, Winston? Did you have cereal as a kid?
Oh, dude,
We talked about this. We talked about
Our
it. First
Saturday
box of
Saturday
cereal.
morning, our
I love
Saturday morning
cereal.
episode. Sorry,
Yeah.
this
It
is
Go
was-
check
you know.
that. Listen, if you haven't listened to our Saturday morning episode, go listen to it.
Yeah.
Recorded
say-
at 10 a.m. and we're not drinking at all.
Exactly. Well, I was
As
gonna
far as
say,
you know.
I was gonna say it was novelty to eat cereal back then in Vietnam because like not everyone had cereal. So, I
Not everybody had
remember.
butlers either, but hey,
Yeah, that's fair. But I remember the first cereal I ever ate was Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
right, yeah.
And I don't know. I think Fruit Loops was good as a kid. It's terrible as an adult.
oh, I
It
still
has-
think Fruit Loops is good every now and again.
No,
I mean,
no,
got a
it's
good flavor.
very stale tasting. I don't know how to
Maybe
explain
Fruit
it.
Loops are stale.
It's one of those cereals that's good in the amount of the hard to now find like hotel size box.
Oh
Mini
yeah, I
boxes,
love
yeah.
those. Yes,
That's
those are
it. That's
great.
about as much Fruit Loops as I want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
that's-
now hold on. Corn Flakes versus Frosted Flakes.
Again, they added sugar, and you just go, why go back?
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
there's
That
no
is
need.
true.
We're
There's no
we're looking
going-
towards the future and hope and peace and prosperity.
I know,
Don't look
I-
towards the past.
I
Yeah.
do love that they start experimenting with other stuff. They're like, all right, what if we add strawberry on top of these sugars? What if we
I was
made
never big
chip
on the fruit
chocolate,
edition. I'd
you
moved
know?
on from that point. Like those were no longer. There were so many other options that didn't involve flakes that I was like, that's fine.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. What about Fruity Pebbles?
Good.
Good,
One of
but
my
get
favorites.
soggy. But get soggy quick.
Yes.
Fruity
Yeah.
Pebbles, I actually enjoy, like just by the handful.
Yeah,
Out of the
into the
box.
box. Yep, I agree.
This is hilarious. So I'm thinking about this like advertising wise. So I watched a lot of Flintstones. I mean, that was one of the ones I loved. I loved the Flintstones.
Okay.
I did not buy Fruity Pebbles as my cereal. And I mentioned this, like my mom let me have free reign in the cereal aisle. I had whatever I wanted to pick, I was allowed to pick in the cereal aisle. It was amazing.
Right.
But yeah, as much as I watched the Flintstones, I rarely got Fruity Pebbles.
Or Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah.
Did you have the Flintstone vitamins?
I feel like
No.
every kid had. You didn't?
No, I mean, I ate Flintstones vitamins, and I probably did, but I don't remember them as much as I remember them. If I went over to my grandma's house, she had them, and I would eat them there. But I don't remember eating them every day.
That is a texture that is very unique.
Yeah, and there's this current pre-workout mix that I have right here. My wife got it. It's fruit punch, and she's like, "Taste this," and I like taste it. I'm like, "It's kind of weird." She's like, "Dissolved Flintstones vitamins." I was like, "That's exactly what it tastes like." It's like,
nasty.
but no, like after I made that connection, I'm like, kind of like it now. It's weird and
Yeah.
it's gross, but I kind of
Yeah.
like it.
You put on the nostalgia glasses, right?
Mhm,
I
mhm.
did something this week. I didn't put it on my list, but I'm glad we've got here. I just happened to stumble across the BC 52s.
What is that?
It's not the B52s.
But is
It's
it
the
B50?
BC 52s
Is it the
because
Flintstones doing
Yes.
B52s songs?
covering the Flintstones theme.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family.
And I just went,
Wait,
I've never seen this film. And I went and sought it out, and I watched the 1994 live action Flintstones movie this past week.
What?
oh, that's
Out of the
horrible.
blue.
So bad.
And it's a movie.
It's a
It's a movie, and I watched it.
You can tell John Goodman like agreed to that at a bad point in his life because like John Goodman's amazing in everything,
Alright,
and
hold
you
on,
can even
hold
tell
on,
he's not
guys.
happy
It's-
to be there.
It's John Goodman. It's Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
It's what's his name who plays Barney?
Rick
Rick
Moranis.
Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
Honey, I
And-
Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
And it's the woman who plays Wilma. I just went, she looks familiar. And I just went, oh, it's the love interest from Big. I'm like, that's how I know this woman.
I don't remember her name, but yeah, her.
And my brother's
yeah.
like, no, she was in Weeds too. And I went, oh, I didn't watch Weeds, but okay.
Weeds. We watched. It's funny. The Weeds. We watched the first couple seasons. Winston, back when we got DVDs
Uh-huh.
from Netflix in the mail.
I experienced that. I watched Resident Evil on that with Mila Djokovic or
Yeah.
whatever.
Who played Betty? Who was Betty? No, that was Rosie O'Donnell. That's
That
right.
he was Rosie
Yeah.
O'Donnell. It is just
Yeah,
weird.
It was
It's a weird
Elizabeth
movie.
Elizabeth Perkins was Wilma.
Yes.
Yeah, and Halle Berry was in it as well.
Yeah. And so
Mm-hmm.
was McLaughlin.
Kyle
MacLachlan?
MacLachlan. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, I'm just going, I know him from Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Twin Peaks
hold on.
reference.
I would say this. I watched it as a kid, and I quite enjoyed that movie. As a kid, it's been years since I've seen it, so
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
You
it's
should
all right.
revisit it just for fun.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was weird.
Yeah, I mean, but that to me, that's my own case study that what I watched did not influence my purchases.
Did you know that there was a sequel?
Oh
Flintstones
my
2?
gosh. Do I have to watch another one?
If you're a completist,
hold
you
on,
do.
hold on. Oh, completely different actor, but
Well, yeah, I don't
yeah.
think John Goodman's amazing. I think he had a drinking problem, so I think he probably agreed to the Flintstones when he was drunk.
Flintstones 2, the Flintstones in Vivo Rock Vegas.
Yep. Viva Rock
Oh.
Vegas,
Oh
yeah.
boy. What year?
Whenever
was
they
this?
move it to a different town for like the main plot point, that's who is in it? Was that a direct to video?
This
I
is
imagine.
2000.
Yes, it's
Fred
probably
is
is.
played by Mark Addy.
Yeah, who's that?
Don't know.
Barney, Stephen Baldwin,
Ooh,
No way. That's so crazy.
Kristen Johnston as Wilma, and Jane Krakowski as Betty.
Jane Krakowski. She's she's been at 30 Rock, I guess. That's
And Alan Cumming as the Great Gazoo.
who's Alan Cumming? I love the Great Gazoo.
He's a character actor that if you see him,
He's one of those guys, huh?
you recognize him. And if you
Okay.
hear him, you just go, oh, the
That
gay
guy.
character actor. I know him.
Yeah.
He's been in 1,000 things. He's very good, but yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, I always loved when the Great Gazoo showed up. Yeah, Winston, this alien would show up. This little alien guy would come and talk to Fred. Here we are in prehistoric times.
Yeah.
And then this guy would show up. So that was always fun. But again, I was a kid, so my bar of entertainment, it wasn't very high.
Well, I talked about the Flintstones theory,
That it's
right? Because it's
don't
with
think
them
so.
and the Jetsons,
Jetsons.
being connected.
Yeah. I mean,
But
wasn't
it
that
all
on
takes
purpose?
place post-apocalyptic Earth, and all the poor people were on all Earth, and all the rich people lived in the sky. But it's
Oh,
the same time frame.
Same time. Okay.
Oh, here's a
Class
blast from
warfare.
the past, Tony. I wonder if you've seen this. Inspector Gadget from 1999, live action movie.
With Matthew Broderick, yeah.
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 Mhm.
That's a good one.
Here's what you might know Alan Cumming from. He played Nightcrawler in the X-Men movies.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah, that
Yes.
guy's. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. I know.
He's been in 1,000 other things. He was in Golden Eye. He was
the James Bond movie.
Yes.
Mhm.
He's that old.
Probably,
Huh? Okay.
probably a small role. Oh, he's in that new Toy Story movie as well.
Okay. What are your thoughts around the room? Toy Story 5.
Apparently
seen
it's
it.
good. Apparently it's good. Haven't seen it, but apparently it's really good.
I am of the mindset of just going, how many times do we need to keep saying goodbye to these characters? Like 3 was a good ending, and it was
Yeah,
all like, we got it.
I
Like the whole
agree.
purpose was we got to stay together. And then the next one, they're just like,
Just
we're
kidding.
leaving. Don't worry
Split
about
up,
it.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought 4 was bad. I mean, yeah, I've said multiple times, like I cried during 3. 3 was
I didn't
amazing.
think
Yeah.
4 was bad. I just
No.
keep going, why do we don't
Yeah.
need more. Like,
Yeah.
just stop.
I mean, it's kind of funny, the introduction of technology, and maybe this is hitting at Winston because he bridged the gap of when, like, suddenly as he was growing up, electronic toys very much invaded traditional toys.
Yeah. I think the new one does work well, especially with that topic. Again,
Are you going to see it in the theater?
I don't know. I didn't watch 4, so can I watch 5 without watching 4? You know what I mean?
Probably not, because it's a whole plot line of Woody has left and figuring out why he's left and why he's coming back.
I'm sure they'll
Yeah, I
recap where
guess.
he's been.
Yeah,
I
it's a
imagine
kid's
you could
movie,
probably,
but-
you
Yeah.
could probably go. Yeah, I don't see Disney movies anymore in the theater. Yeah, what is it weird if you're an adult going to see a Disney movie? I mean, because
hold on.
everything, I've seen a lot.
I was gonna say yes, but then I realized that they're doing the 20th anniversary of Cars, the very first Cars movie in theaters, and I'm like, I would go watch that in theaters.
God, that's 20 years old. That's insane.
Yeah.
Let me interject
Oh
here
wait,
again.
pause real quick.
Okay.
We talked about Sheryl Crow before, and I goes, I've never listened to Sheryl Crow.
We talked
Sheryl
about
Crow
her.
did the song for freaking
Yeah,
Cars.
We
Tony
talked about
pointed
that.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I'm having amnesia or something.
Man,
but
come
that's
on,
fine.
Winston. You don't
Yeah.
smoke dope. You're not, old.
No,
Come on,
I'm
what's
doing
going on?
opioids.
You should be. He's on the
Gonna-
kratom. Winston's
still-
doing the kratom.
We still have plenty of time, but let me continue to just wrap things
Okay.
back around.
Sorry. Yes.
Does
thank
somebody
you.
want to take a
As you're-
wild guess at another movie that Alan Cumming has been in?
Oh, gee, no.
To spoil it, it's Josie and the Pussycats.
So that's funny. I've read something recently-ish. I didn't see that when that came out, but apparently it was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Holding up the music business as the gross underside of the music business. It was like a satire thing, is what I'm trying to say. It was like a satire of the music business, and it completely went over like everybody's heads about how the music business is just churning out just fluff. And it was supposed to be that. So that's one that I've never watched, but I was like, that might warrant a rewatch or a watch to see if it's to get kind of looking at it through that lens. Josie and the Pussycats was early. That was like Archie's. That was like old comic stuff so I wasn't interested in it.
Yeah, the movie came out in 2001, and boy, does it look like it came out in 2001.
The way they dress.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Alan Cumming was in Black Beauty, the movie every kid had to watch in middle school.
The one about the horse?
Yes, the horse movie.
Never seen it. I did just see a post recently that did make me feel that way, because every kid that I remember in middle school had to read Hatchet.
What is Hatchet?
Hatchet
that sounds so familiar.
by Gary Paulson. It's about this kid, and I want to say
He goes on a
was
murder spree
on
and
he was on
kills
like
everybody in his block.
on
That's
like
what
a
Hatchet
Cessna.
sounds like to me.
on like a Cessna type plane that goes down in the wilderness, and his parents either are ejected out or die, and he's left with the wreckage of a plane and a hatchet and has to survive.
That was your school reading?
That was, I would think it was 6th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a young adult novel, but it was, looking back, I remember it more fondly, but at the time I was going, this sucks. But that may have just been because I liked to read and I was being forced to read something, and I went, don't tell me what to read. I'll do it on my own. But
I'm trying to think of what I read. I didn't read much in middle school. I would say I read a lot more in high school. So high school, I definitely read The Great Gatsby, Beowulf.
Catcher in the Rye?
No.
Grapes of Wrath.
The Huckleberry Finn. That one. But yeah, other than that.
To Kill a Mockingbird?
No, did not read To Kill a Mockingbird.
Fahrenheit.
Nope, not that either. Nor
Was it Fahrenheit 9/11? 9. No, that was the reaction
Fahrenheit
movie to it.
481. Is that what it was?
Fahrenheit.
121?
Ray Bradbury. It's funny again. Fahrenheit. Oh, geez. Come on, Tony. Save us here.
Fahrenheit 451. Yeah.
Thank
451.
you. Okay.
There you go.
451. All right. Yeah, but there was a movie I remember when I think Trump was running. It was Fahrenheit 9/11, and that was like the inside job, or I think is what it was. I don't know. Clearly, I don't retain things. That's one thing that I wonder about media now. Is like I don't retain things as long term because we don't spend as much time on anything news cycle wise, that we just move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Did you know that Ray Bradbury had like a personal hand in creating Spaceship Earth?
The Disney attraction
like the
at Epcot?
giant geodesic sphere at Epcot. Like he
That's
helped
crazy.
write the script for that.
The proper term is
attraction.
geoexosphere?
Geodesic sphere.
Geodesic sphere. Oh, I thought that makes sense. Yeah. No, I did not. That's amazing.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Winston's just laughing at me.
No.
Questioning your Disney knowledge.
Yeah, I was gonna say of all people to be questioning, it would be.
I guess
should not be Tony.
It was a thing that I knew, and a thing that came up in parks trivia on my cruise that I couldn't recall. I couldn't pull his name
man.
out of my
Dude, like,
rear
that
end
is
at that exact.
That is a level of trivia that I will just never get to. But
Yeah.
I heard this is funny. You guys will both appreciate this. I was listening to Pat and Oswald on the Conan podcast. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Mhm.
And Pat and Oswald, I think he's like hysterical always.
Yeah.
That guy just cracks me up. And on the show, they were talking about old timey Hollywood, about how they would just use whatever props and work it into the storyline based on whatever, because they did at that point in the 50s, they're not thinking, or 50s and 60s on television, say even 70s, nobody's thinking this is going to be released as a DVD box set and people can freeze frame every single second of it. They're just cranking stuff out. In it, they referenced, they were talking about old timey stuff about how they just reused it, but they referenced the guy in Cloud City with the ice cream maker. And
yeah.
Yeah, when he was just running away.
Well, like
that came up. I was like, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. And then how they like retrofitted it into the Mandalorian is like
Yeah.
suddenly this is a thing that clearly this
That's
was
kinda
always
cool.
around in the galaxy. This is what we use to transport biological material or whatever.
it's
Yeah.
basically a safe. It's a Kimtono.
Yeah.
is what it's called.
There we
But
go.
the same
I walked
thing
into that one,
was
Winston.
yes, you did. The yellow jumpsuit that the like lizard bounty hunter Bosk wears
Bosk.
in Empire Strikes Back is a spacesuit used from Doctor Who.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
That's
or
actually kind of
the very famous looking bounty hunter IG-88, the droid.
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, they brought him back in a big way. Yeah.
Well, that was
On the Mandalorian.
IG-11.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean,
Um,
the IG model of droid was
if
how
you
they worked that
watch-
back in. That was
If you
that
watch
was
A New
phenomenal.
Hope, when they go
Mhm.
into the cantina, behind the bar, like the drink dispensers, some of the drink dispensers are IG-88 or IG heads, and they
Oh.
use whatever that metal piece is and then repurposed it for the droid later.
Oh, it
Oh,
was the
that's actually
IG
cool.
IPA that they were selling at the bar there.
That's good.
I'm going to trademark that right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's I'm pulling out all my Star Wars knowledge. Like the bartender's name was Whir.
I didn't like that
W-
guy as a kid. That guy
Yeah.
bothered me.
Nobody questioned me on my name on screen for today either, which is another deep cut.
Malakili?
Malakili.
that?
Anyone want to take a guess who Malakili is?
Malakili.
I feel like it's a riff on Malachi.
It's a Star Wars character. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay.
What episode is he featured in?
6.
Winston, what's
that's a-
episode 6? What is that? Is that Return of the Jedi? Right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah?
Is it? No. I don't think so.
I
6 is
believe so. All right. A New Hope's 4.
New Hope is 4.
Empire's
Revenge
5.
Empire.
Return
yeah,
is
okay,
6,
yes,
maybe?
Yes.
Am I
yeah.
right, Tony? At least give us that much.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I'll
All
make
right.
word
All
for
So,
it.
all right.
All
So
right.
it's in Return of the Jedi. Can you
Okay.
give us a hint of what scene Malachi
Is he an
would have been?
Ewok? Is he an Ewok?
That's a good guess. That's Brian's guess, not an Ewok.
Okay. Then I don't even know, man. What else you got in Return of the Jedi, formerly called Revenge of the Jedi? Man, if I had characters, I had Star Wars blister pack characters where it said upcoming Revenge of the Jedi. So much so that I remember that. And I tore that cardboard away, threw it right in the garbage. Little did I know I was chucking away bills as a small
Yep.
child.
Was
Okay, Malakili, what else?
Originally the title that they were going to go with Winston, but then they decided that revenge is not really the way of the Jedi, so they
Yeah.
changed it.
Yeah, Return. A more
So
zen,
who is Malachi?
Malakili is a
Malakili.
Malakili was the owner of the Rancor at Jabba's palace.
Oh,
He's
come
the big,
on.
He's the big fat man that cries after he gets crushed with the door.
So I had
Oh.
and he was, what was he on the character? He was like Rancor Master or something. His name was not Malakili.
No, Rancor
I-
Keeper.
Rancor-
or something
Rank,
like that.
yeah, I had that character because I don't.
Why do you have the Rancor Keeper character?
But I didn't have the Rancor monster, which was weird. But a friend of mine did. I mean, I was,
Oh, that's funny.
like I don't, it'd be interesting to know what my like mindset was when going back and like buying all my Star Wars stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what was it? I mean, I did, I really loved Yoda and Dagobah, and so like I had, probably anything that I could do in that. I don't know. Although I did not have the AT-AT or AT-AT, depending on who you're talking to, I did not have that. But for the Empire Strikes Back, I had all the vehicles for the snow, in the snow. I had the AT-AT Walker. No, what was that called? What was the two-legged one?
ATST, offering
yeah.
scout transport.
There you go. I had that. But we're getting far away from 4 truths and a lie.
Yeah, where were we?
I would just,
Three Men
we
and a
were just
Baby?
moving on. I
Oh,
wasn't
that
worried
was just.
about that
Oh man,
anymore.
I was waiting. I felt like you had a
I
bunch
thought it
in the
would be
hopper.
another one. Yeah.
Yeah, Winston and I we veered
Just,
us off, but
Just the one. I told
What's it-
Winston.
well, shit,
I
I
don't
was
remember
wanting
if
more.
we were live at this point or not. I have a Horse Girl update.
Oh yes.
Mm.
This would have been the perfect segue after I mentioned Black Beauty.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
I was at a friend's birthday get together a couple weekends ago
They had a horse
and
girl.
was talking to this girl, didn't think anything of it. And we're sitting there and
Then she neighed.
her on her phone lock screen, my wife just goes, "Oh, that's a cool horse." She goes, "Oh, that's my horse." And I just went, she looks like a horse girl. It looked like a horse girl. But
Oh.
get this. This horse,
Girl.
two things that blew my mind. The horse that she owned, she goes, "Yeah, this horse was one of the ring wraiths horses from Lord of the Rings."
What?
I'm going, holy crap. Okay. I went, you went from being weird horse girl to Okay, this is
Cool
kind
horse
of cool.
girl.
Did you? I want some documentation. How? I mean, come on.
No, that is
She
true. Like,
goes,
is there?
this horse that I own was one of the horses that the ring wraiths rode in Lord of the Rings. This other horse,
I don't even know what that means because I've only seen. Lord
it's
of the
one
Rings
of the
once.
like big black hooded guys that were chasing Frodo.
Okay.
So when you hear the like story of all of the rings of power, there was 3 for the elves, there was 5 for the dwarfs, and there were 9
7 for the
men.
dwarfs.
So there were
Right.
9 rings of power for men. Well, those men all got corrupted with the power of these rings, turn into these ring wraiths that work for Sauron, which is the big
Okay.
bad guy who had
Ah.
the one ring. She goes, this was one of their like one of the bad horses in the movie. This other horse, I owned the horse that Gandalf rode.
What?
She owned Shadowfax. She goes, Shadowfax is dead. This is the like daughter of Shadowfax that I now own. And I was just like,
Oh
this
my
is okay.
God.
This is a cool person. And then she goes, never seen any of the movies. And I went, lost all my respect.
Wow.
Why would you? Why? So
She
that.
bought
I
the-
just
hold on,
I
hold
just
on,
went,
hold on.
how do you own a horse that was in a movie and not
Yeah.
see that movie?
Yeah,
I
I
will
call
say-
I call that into question.
Yeah, hold on, but I will say, Brian, it's too elaborate for her to be LARPing in that sense. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like she bought the horse for the fact that it's the horse that she's interested in, not the fact that that horse.
No, she had the horse first,
She
and they
owned
got
the horse.
Yeah, she rented
and then
out
the
her
horse was basically cast in a film.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
it was the other way around. I thought that she bought the horse after it was in the film.
No,
Oh.
man, that's like your kids in a movie, and then you don't go see the movie. Come on, man.
That's it.
Yeah,
But it just go, okay, I know where her priorities lie, and she's back into Weird Town.
Yeah.
she's
back
went
to horse girl.
straight
Horse-
back to where I thought she was.
I was
Uh-huh.
gonna say it could be worse. She could have been into hobby horsing. You know what I mean? That's why
Yeah.
I thought this is where the story was going at first.
Oh,
but-
no. Real
man.
horses. But again, I'm just going, that proves that you're way too into them.
Oh, speaking of horses, right now, and there's 2 deer outside the front of my house right now. Sorry, I got
Brian's
it's just-
Watchtower update.
I
Yeah,
am. Watchtower update. We've got one over there near the bushes. But what's weird is like we usually, my sister-in-law lives across the street. She puts out corn for the deer, and every night deer wander through and eat. And so it's just weird. It's still it should at some point I would think become normal, but it is not to look out my window and see 2 deer in the neighborhood. So sorry. Where did this girl live, and where did her famous horses reside?
I'm assuming she lives in this area somewhere. I mean, it wasn't like my friend had people come in from out of town for his
Okay.
birthday.
Okay, I didn't know
I
if
mean,
she lived.
we
like,
met
in-
at like a restaurant bar place in Decatur.
Okay, I just didn't know if she lived in Ocala. Ocala, Florida, on the way down to Disney, is known for like a lot of horse farms, horse ranches. What is it? Is horse? What do horses live on? Horse farms. I
Horse
guess?
ranch.
Horse ranch, right?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Farm makes it sound like they're working.
I don't know. I still think that it's kind of cool that she owns horses because those things aren't cheap. If I had a horse, I would also rent it out to different movies.
Tony, did you then? I would need follow-ups.
Yeah, exactly. Did you just sort of just took
Like
it as
how
she said
how
it?
did your horses get cast in this movie?
In-
Like what
I
was
don't
the
know.
audition
Did it
process
do
like?
audition? Yeah,
In,
like-
true, in true Tony fashion, Tony was out in a
Uh.
public setting on a weekend where Tony did not want to be, and we were not out for very long. We showed
Somebody
up.
tells
We
me
showed
my-
up for my friend. We walked into this bar, and immediately I went, oh, "They've got bar shuffleboard, like table shuffleboard."
Were you at Twain's?
Yes,
Yes,
crazy.
So
Twain's
I went-
is a phenomenal place in
I went,
Decatur. Yeah,
shuffleboard. I'm playing shuffleboard right now.
What is
Yeah.
So I
shuffleboard?
immediately bought an hour of shuffleboard, and then as people showed up, we just sort of piddled around with that for about an hour. And
explain
then,
to Winston what shuffleboard is. Yeah, because
you know what
I don't
shuffleboard
know.
generally is?
I do not know what
Shuffleboard is a game that you play with pucks on a very long lane, and it's sort of like cornhole.
like a table.
So you've got a team of 2, but you've got each teammate's at one end, and you push a puck down the lane, and there's areas at the very end that are worth more points as you get closer to the end without going outside of the play area.
Yeah, you're shoving a disc down the court, the little table, and there's sand on the table, right? For extra.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
generally, shuffleboard is actually played on the ground with
Right.
a big puck and a pusher stick
Yeah.
that you push.
Yeah.
Table is a very long table that usually has grist sand.
You know what's so
on it.
funny? We have a giant shuffleboard table at my office that is covered up. So that's why I never knew what it
There
looked
you
like.
go. You need
You gotta
to
get somebody
revitalize
to
it.
you gotta somebody to uncover it and play because
Yeah.
it's great.
That's
Yeah.
kinda cool.
Twain's is like one of the greatest bars. Yeah, Decatur, just outside of Atlanta, a cool town. But yeah, Twain's is awesome, and there's also another bar there called the Brick House, which is really, really great. If you find yourself in Atlanta and you don't want to be downtown with all the World Cup madness now, you can go.
There was a
Decatur.
lot going on there though too, which was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can watch the game as well, which was good.
Oh, update on that, Tony. Germany did lose.
I saw
Yeah.
Germany's
that's
been
funny.
knocked out.
Well,
Yeah.
by the time this podcast comes out, everybody's going to know
Oh,
who won the World
dude.
Cup.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That did dates when we're recording.
Yeah.
But I played an hour of shuffleboard because I went, oh, games.
Nice.
And then we sat down while people started to eat, and I went, I've been here for 2 hours and we're leaving. I'm like, I'm out.
Fun story. I don't know if I will leave in the recording, but on my wife's bachelorette party, she was out and they made a stop by Twain's, and I called her phone because I was out too, and some dude picked up her phone,
No.
and it was the server there. And and I was also out, I was out on my bachelor party. I unloaded in this guy's eardrum. Like what the, you do not pick up a woman's phone, period.
Yeah,
and this
that's
guy thought he was
weird.
going to be this Mr. Funny server guy. Yeah, I'm picking up her phone. Yeah. That was,
what a dick. Yeah, that's
it was
so funny.
It's funny now, but at the moment it was not funny at all. I was
Yeah.
very pissed.
Yeah.
But now I'm
If
like,
I say this weekend, what weekend is that? What's the difference to you folks between this weekend and next weekend?
okay,
so
so
we're recording on a Monday.
So this weekend.
This
would be
weekend
the
is this Friday,
upcoming
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, upcoming. Yeah. We're throwing
Okay.
down this weekend. 'Cause
If
the
we were-
last weekend already happened.
If this was Friday, this weekend is
Still this weekend.
Still this
Still
weekend.
starting.
Yes, it would start on Friday.
If you were in a weekend, if this was Saturday, and I said, "Hey, we're gonna go do this weekend,"
It's
to
still
me,
that
that's
same
still the weekend that I'm in, and
Yes,
then
correct.
next weekend is the weekend after that.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
This weekend is always the next upcoming weekend,
Yeah.
and
All right,
next weekend is always the weekend after that.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Last weekend is last weekend.
So hold on.
This past weekend,
Here's a follow up to that. When does tomorrow start?
After
12:01.
you wake up,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay,
true.
hold
it's
on.
Because
always after you wake up.
Okay, hold on. It's 2 a.m. and you're awake. Is it tomorrow? You haven't gone to bed yet.
technically, but yeah, it still seems like today. But yes,
It's today.
If
It's not
I've
tomorrow.
stayed up
Yeah,
late
yeah.
and I said, "Hey, we're going out to this concert tomorrow," it's still after I wake up. It's the same day as that you're already in, but it's after you wake up.
Correct.
And-
So if you were to come home at 2 a.m., it's still today, right? And then tomorrow
Oh, yeah.
doesn't start until you wake
Yeah,
up.
you
again.
come
Okay.
home at 2 a.m. on technically Sunday morning, Saturday night. Yeah, it's still Saturday night. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
alright,
with
that's
yeah,
fair.
I'm with that.
Okay.
Just because unless you
Okay,
know
but hold on. So you're out and about. Say this is when you were young, Brian, when you were in your early 20s, right? You're partying, you're clubbing, you get out of club, and the sun started to come up. Is it
it's happened
tomorrow,
before.
or is it still today?
It's tomorrow because the sunlight has slapped you in the face and lets you know that. But
Yeah.
normally that's when you're retreating back. It's just like, yeah, it's tomorrow, but you're still up from the night before.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I do
but
hate that. I hate
Yeah,
that.
that is the worst. That's happened to me more times than I would care to recall.
Yeah.
But that was always weird. One of the clubs that we would go to in Gainesville, Simon's, amazing club. It was like it was dance club, and there were today the kids would call it EDM, and this is back
Yeah.
before like the EDM shows now. Where EDM shows now, like everybody stands like a concert. They stand there and they stare at the DJ who's standing up there in a prominent place. Well, at this club, in the clubs that I would go to, The DJ booth was kind of up in the corner, but they were unassuming. The dance floor was the dance floor, its own thing. So you were focused on dancing and the lights and the people you were with rather than the DJ spinning the music. So this club in Gainesville was amazing. The energy in this place was insane. I mean, I would tell my friends in Orlando, I was like, you would not believe the people in this club, like how just everybody was into it. It was really cool. But that was definitely one you wouldn't get to there. You wouldn't show up there. 11 o'clock would be early if you showed up at 11 p.m. That was early. So most people were rolling in around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. And then it would go. And so this club was great because you would walk through. It was like this unassuming door. There was no sign. There was no marquee. You would kind of go down this like street, and then you would kind of almost an alley like, and then you'd pay your cover, you get in, and then you'd walk through this long hallway, and in the hallway had this like this Jack and the Beanstalk vine sort of painted in a circular pattern around this white. It was like painted white, but it had black lights, so it was like this blue glowy thing, and then this circular vine. And then the end of this hallway, it would open up into the dance floor. It was just lights and everything. And so you would go in there. I mean, you would be like mole people. Unless you went on the roof to chill out, you were inside for all hours. So when the sun came up, you didn't even think about it. And so you'd roll out at 6 a.m. and you'd be like, oh my God, you're like vampires, just like, oh my gosh. And then, nothing makes you feel beat down more than rolling out into the sunlight of the next day,
And then you got to go home and you fall asleep and you wake up and it's night, right? It's terrible.
Or in some cases when we'd roll out, at 5 a.m. and then head back to somebody's house for the after party.
At 5 in it. Oh no, that's terrible.
And then sun would start coming through, and I'm sure more than I would care to remember. Like me and Bubba, like, dude, go, okay, get on the chair. Putting blankets over the windows so the light doesn't seep into the sides of the thing. It's just like, oh my gosh. Now I'm like, I go to bed at 9:30. I'm like,
So I saw somebody recently going, as a kid, you were always like, oh, you had a curfew of like 10 o'clock. And you're like, I can't wait till I get older so I can go to bed whenever I want. And it just turns out that's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. After that, you're like, oh gosh, I guess it comes up, you get up in the morning. Did you have a bedtime? Did you guys have a bedtime?
I did. I usually go to bed by, even for a kid standard, I went to bed.
No, kid standard, because now, I mean, we're all responsible adults.
Right.
We got to be places in the morning.
But I mean,
to be functional.
Right, but I mean, even for kid standard, I had a late bedtime when I was in Vietnam. I didn't go to bed until 11 p.m.
What time did you guys eat dinner? Did you eat a later dinner there? Did you do the 9 o'clock European thing?
No, because remember, I had a weird schedule as a kid, right? So school was 7 a.m. starting, so I had to be up at 6 something. I say 6:30 would be start of my day. I get out of school at 5 p.m. and then I would eat dinner immediately.
And you're really in class all that time?
No, we had recess. We had recess and stuff, and we had lunch.
You're in a school environment all the time?
They hit you if you look out the window there, Brian.
Oh yeah. So okay,
don't daydream.
I can tell you what the school time was like. 7:30 was when classes start. So you get to school at 7. You get to, if it's a Monday, you have to do the national anthem, you do the Pledge of Allegiance and all that, right? And then they do school.
We talked about didn't we have expulsions, Tony? Wasn't there expulsions and
hold on, let me ruin this. I want you to recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the Vietnam flag for me, please.
Dude,
I need to hear this.
I don't know it. I don't remember it.
Listen, if I
asked
Brian to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, I guarantee both of us know it.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't recall the Vietnamese Pledge of Allegiance so long.
Just the fact that there is one is crazy.
Well, the Pledge of Allegiance has a little more weight to the term there, right?
Yeah. Pledge of Allegiance.
You did this every day for 11 years.
Only
maybe not
Monday morning.
but okay, so 5 years you did the Pledge of Allegiance on Monday morning.
So in the morning on Monday morning,
expulsions and humiliations.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. All right. They don't have a daily civilian Pledge of Allegiance recited by school children like in the U.S., but they had a national anthem which you would have to sing and a highly revered 10 oaths of honor. That's what it was that was being recited.
Can you recite the 10 oaths of honor?
I can look it up.
It was highly revered. You just told us.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I was like, what? I was 10 years old the last time I did it, right?
Yeah.
So,
are these just things they're like, hey, these are the rules for being a good person.
Yeah, basically.
This sounds like the Vietnamese 10 Commandments is what you're about to tell me.
No, it literally sounds like it.
Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Or
yeah. Anyway, I hold on. No, I can't find it. Yeah,
that's fine. If you find it, we'll get back to it in the post.
Yeah,
It'll be a good
but
post show thing.
Anyway, so back to my schedule, right? So I would 7 a.m. to
his
10 a.m.
schedule.
Schedule?
Yes,
As his name says, that's fantastic. Way to
schedule.
bring it back around. Your
Yeah.
schedule.
So 7 to 10 a.m. would be, whatever class, and then 10 a.m. to 10:30 would be recess, and then 11 to 12 would be class, and then at 12 it would be a lunch break. So I didn't stay at school. I just went home to eat lunch with my family, and then I was back at school by 2:30. Classes
Wait,
start
you had what time was lunch?
Yeah, it was a long lunch period because kids get to take naps. So
Oh, that's right. The nap
the
desks.
nap
I
time,
remember.
yeah,
Man.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The Vietnamese
nap-
siesta. Yeah.
It was real dope. So classes start at 3 p.m. and then by 4 o'clock we had a short recess, and then 4:30 to 5 is the end of that day. So then
Wow.
I get out of school, I go home, I shower, I eat dinner, and then by 6 o'clock my dad would take me to like English school at night, and then that would be from 6:30 to 9 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock I would go home, and then I would have a tutor at home waiting for me, and then that would be from 9:30 to
Jeez.
10.
And then after that,
10:30?
he went to the coal mines and worked
And
the
yeah,
shift in the coal
exactly,
mine. Good
exactly.
grief, man.
And then I would then brush my teeth and get in bed by 11 o'clock. So that's what my schedule was like as a kid.
Wow.
Supper time for you, Brian, growing up.
I believe it was 6 or 6:30. I'd also like to interject Vietnamese siesta. Good band name.
Ooh,
That's
true.
good.
That would be
But
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think 6:30 was
Yeah,
dinner time
that's
on the
fair.
farm when I would go visit my rural relatives in Ohio that actually lived on a
Mhm.
farm. We had
4:30?
we'd have Tony knows this well, right? It's breakfast, supper, dinner. No
What?
lunch, right? Supper is lunch,
Breakfast,
and then dinner,
lunch. It would be
or breakfast, lunch, supper, or breakfast, supper,
breakfast, dinner, supper.
dinner, supper.
Yeah.
Supper's later. Okay, but yeah,
Wait,
6:30.
supper's later? I thought supper was dinner.
I did too. Wait, I thought
I
supper
always
was
thought
lunch.
dinner was just a bigger, fancier supper. It was always breakfast, lunch, and then one of those two.
Dinner. Yeah.
Dinner
Okay.
or supper, depending
Anyway,
on how big
so-
and fancy.
so-
6:30. 6:30.
So wait, when did you have supper?
Oh yeah, when was the
Yeah, the
third meal
farm.
at the farm?
Yeah.
I guess it was around dinner time. I don't remember because I feel like
Which
supper was
what? That's the question.
Because Brian brought up this whole story and then didn't elaborate whatsoever.
Not at all.
I'm just gonna. I like.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
sorry.
good.
What time exactly or approximately was
Yeah.
the third meal on the farm?
Yeah, don't recall. I'll have to phone a friend for that one.
Great story.
So why bring it up?
Hey.
There you go, Tony.
Hey,
There-
hey,
there-
Winston, you heard it here first.
Yeah, you did hear.
I was gonna say you heard it here first. Also, I love that story. Both of those apply. You can use either one of those. See, these are the bits that you can use every day.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
man.
good.
All right, 2 bits from me. One,
Please.
during my lunch break from my work at home job, I did take a nap today.
Oh, that's
Awesome, it was
fantastic. You
great.
get an hour or
Dude,
30
isn't
minutes.
it nice?
I get
to
an
be able to
hour.
take a nap? Yeah, like
Oh, it's great. I just walked upstairs and actually laid down in bed.
great.
I set a timer on my watch. I'm like, this is awesome.
yeah.
Wow, that is good.
5 o'clock. Like 5 o'clock, my whole life is supper time.
Yeah.
Even in college, my friends used to make fun of me. And I said, listen,
Yeah.
you screw yourself if you don't do it this way. I said, when you wake up, it's breakfast. Doesn't matter when you wake up. If you wake up 6:30,
You
breakfast
wake up
time.
the crack of noon
Yeah.
like I did.
Yeah. If you're being lazy and you wake up at 11:30, it's breakfast time. Guess what? Unfortunately, 12 o'clock's lunch. So maybe you want to start waking up earlier.
Breakfast is flexible. Lunch, not at all. It's
Lunch
No,
is
no, no.
always
Bre-
12?
lunch is noon.
Lunch
And then
is- yeah.
5 o'clock is supper time. And then after that, anywhere between supper and bedtime is snacks.
No dinner.
No, because if you eat too late and then you go to sleep, then you're all fucked
You're
up.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good for you.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That is fair.
But yeah,
So
Winston,
I
with
ate that
your
way
coal
in
miner
college. And
schedule,
people were like, "What? What
Yeah.
are you doing now after class?" I'm gonna go freaking eat. It's 5 o'clock.
I had some classes that went late. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have
Yeah, sorry, professor.
here's my note.
Yeah.
I gotta eat now.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that
No,
crazy ass schedule, Winston, when did you so obviously early in the morning you ate?
I ate, so classes didn't start till 7:30, right? Or sometime 8. I could be mistaken here, but that would be between the time of waking up at 6:30 and before class. That would be breakfast. But breakfast in Vietnam was small and short. Like, it's quick.
What are you eating for breakfast in Vietnam? Not cereal.
Nuts. Well, I did have cereal.
Eventually cereal.
Eventually cereal. But they used to sell these little triangle like pastry thing, not pastry, like bread thing. And inside there's a piece of sausage, which is really good. So I'm like, that was one of my
Like a
go-to.
Vietnamese kolache.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, it's pretty cool.
for
So it's a
that.
tiny triangle shape, and they make it every time. So they already make it, right? But then you show up, and they're like, "Oh, can I get like 2 of those?" It'll be like $2.50 for two. It's
Any
great.
place in Atlanta that sells those is
No.
there.
Yeah, no, I
Dude,
wish. Yeah,
Right there.
But
Tony
anyway,
Tony will
so-
come give it Tony to workshop the name and
I'm the names guy. I can do it. Yeah.
Triangle
Hold on.
happiness. I don't know. I'm not sure what Vietnamese how it would translate, but did
Hold on.
every Vietnamese kid eat this?
Every Vietnamese kid at some point in their life ate it. I'll show you guys a picture of it right now. Hold on. let
I
me
feel
share
like
tell time.
I feel like I need to know some Vietnamese to be able to
Here you go.
play
You see
like
this?
have a good pun
Yeah.
for this.
Can you see this?
Yeah, that looks good.
Hot dog. That's
Yeah.
his hot dog.
It is a hot dog. It's literally like this is the bread, and then inside of it is sausage. And later on when they started,
Weenies in a pocket. There you go, Tony. But in Vietnamese.
yeah. But later on when they started doing like extravagant shit with it, they start adding cheese on the inside like that.
I was gonna say it was probably good with just cheese. Oh yeah.
You can get that too. You can get of just cheese, but
Is there
this
You
is
know
how
what
they
that
make
looks
it in one
Okay.
of these little.
Oh,
I don't know. What
I thought
these
you
are
were going to
called.
show the things that you held over the fireplace. Remember those, Tony? Do you remember those that you could
Mountain
do grilled
pies.
cheeses? What?
Mountain
What is
pie
that?
iron. Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
That's
Okay.
what
Oh,
we
there you
called
go,
them.
Tony. This one has just cheese in it.
Dude, you guys are killing me. I haven't eaten. So
Look
just
up now
for-
while you're screen sharing, look up mountain pie iron.
Mountain.
make sure you throw iron in
pie
there because I'm not sure what
iron.
else you find if you just put in mountain pie.
Oh
you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
That looks exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd use these when you're camping. And actually I have a like good cast iron one that I bought.
Yeah, man.
Don't buy the aluminum because when you put it in the coals,
Oh.
it just melts.
Holy shit!
gotta
If
buy
you
a
make,
cast
like,
iron.
a PB&J like this would go
Yeah, those were
super hard.
like
Here's-
campfire uncrustables.
That'd be
that's
good.
super
Normally
hard.
what we would do is you make a pizza one.
Yeah.
It's like
Ooh,
that
that's
was
grilled
so
that
cheese.
good.
was
Pizza or
that
grilled
was
cheese, yeah.
supper when you were camping one night was always mountain pies, and you'd make pizza ones, and then for dessert you just opened a bunch of like pie filling cans, and you could
Just
have a
plop 'em in?
cherry one, you could have a blueberry one. Yeah,
And then Tony would put on Warrant and listen to Cherry Pie while
Yeah.
he ate his cherry pie.
that's not what that song's about.
Ah, okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
no.
true.
Anyway, so back to what I was saying, right? So,
Don't look that one up.
Winston's like, I have no idea what you
I have
guys
no
are I'm
idea.
just gonna carry on.
I want to tell you guys more about my breakfast. So it was either that or sometime it would be like, and I hate it. I hate it as a kid that I had to do it. But Vietnamese people love to eat soup, right? Like noodles and soup, and I hate noodle soup in the morning because it's hot.
That's
Like
weird.
that's why I hate it.
Hot in the morning is not bad. Like you can have a bowl of oatmeal.
See, I still wouldn't do it. But imagine eating noodles like in the morning.
That's a lot of work.
Noodles in the morning is strange to me. I love pasta. I love noodles, but not in the morning.
Nudes in
Yeah.
the morning. No good.
I will say, yeah, there was a lot of savory. I feel like breakfast is sweet, right? Breakfast should always be a sweet kind of
It should
meal.
not. In America, we've
It
sold
shouldn't
that.
be
We've sold
savory,
that.
though.
You know,
It
like
shouldn't be savory. I
you
don't-
should be eating savory protein
Ooh,
in the
I
morning.
don't
Like
know.
no, I mean, I agree
No.
that like
You're bacon and eggs in the morning? That's a
there-
savory breakfast. That's a good
Yeah.
breakfast.
That's
That is
solid.
true. Yes, but a bowl of cereal or a Pop Tart would always be better.
But if you've got some like good breakfast sausage with like some maple syrup, you mix your savory and sweet. That's where you're hitting the sweet
Or
spot.
chicken and
there.
waffle.
That's it.
I'll-
Chicken and waffle for breakfast is kind of crazy to me.
That's a lunch?
Yeah,
No, it's not. That's a breakfast meal.
I'm not having fried chicken for breakfast.
You're not having
That's not a
waffles
way.
for
That's
lunch.
listen. Fried
Yeah,
chicken
but
to
why-
start your day is not a good way to start.
But
the day.
why are you eating waffle for lunch?
Yeah.
It's
Weirdo.
just that's the
Yeah.
bread option for that meal. That's all. It's the
Oh,
grain
that's just the
option
bread
going
of
on
the
there.
meal. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But there you go, Tony. Vietnamese breakfast.
Yeah, Vietnamese
Interesting.
breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it
Band
like
name
a
and
traditional
business
Japanese
concept.
breakfast. They're doing right miso soup,
Yeah.
rice, maybe grilled fish. I mean, it's
Again,
an Asian
rice is
breakfast.
another weird one. I hate eating rice in the morning. I remember one time my mom made me eat rice for breakfast, and I was like, "This is disgusting. I never want to eat this again."
Your mom was so disappointed. My
Well, it's
Vietnamese son
leftover
doesn't
rice.
want.
Yeah. It was leftover rice, and she was like, "What do you want for breakfast?" I was like, "I don't know." She was like, "Well, you gotta make up your choice quick, otherwise you're eating rice for breakfast." And I was like, "I guess I'm gonna eat rice for breakfast."
This
Didn't
is where
enjoy
you-
it. It was terrible.
Let me throw some
This-
crunch berries in there.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where you insert that clip of Mushu from Mulan, where he's like, "Dishonor on you, dishonor
Yeah,
on your
exactly.
cow."
Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Vietnamese, like, people would eat weird shit with rice all the time. Like, I had a cousin who ate rice with watermelon.
You told us about this.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was-
that's
Wasn't that a treat? Isn't that
No,
like a
that
certain...
was a struggle meal.
Oh, struggle. Okay,
yeah.
well, there. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'll buy that. And then I just realized as we're talking, Japanese breakfast, I believe, is a band name. So Vietnamese breakfast is not as clever as I thought.
Vietnamese breakfast wouldn't be good band name.
No.
while we are still slightly in pedantic corner.
Pedantic Corner is a good band name.
That's a good one.
That is a good.
Is a spaceship more like a boat or a submarine?
Ooh.
Why wouldn't it be a plane?
Because it's in space.
Space plane.
Well, yeah, wouldn't a plane be a submarine of the sky?
I suppose more like a submarine, and I'm only basing that on atmospheric pressures.
Here's where
Yeah,
here were
because you
my
can't
two
climb
here were my two
outside.
things. It's like a submarine because it's completely surrounded by the thing that it's in, which is space.
Okay.
Okay, but it also floats like a boat.
Yeah, but all boats are open air on top.
Yeah.
So
boats are open air, so
I
it
think
has to be
that's the
submarine.
default.
More like a
default to
submarine?
submarine. Yeah, more like
Yeah.
submarine. I think we solved that one.
Interesting.
Also, I love that Tony has these at the ready Winston and I are going down to deep Vietnamese, Japanese breakfast.
I've told you before. My list contains things that I just think about.
Think about.
Just my thoughts sometimes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
What are you, Jack
no, go
Handy?
ahead. Tony, you have something because I was gonna tell the story of Milne, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yes, tell this. I knew you had something. I forgot what it
Okay.
was, and we're gonna get to your story, and then we'll get to post show.
Okay,
And
so
and then
hold on.
before you start, Winston, Tony, in the last, I don't know, 6 months, I feel like I've met more people from Pennsylvania than I ever have in my entire life. It's weird. It's so weird how many people I've run into that are like from Pennsylvania lately.
great
But
state.
anyway, yeah.
Well, half of the states.
I was gonna say,
So,
and
some of the states, great. Yeah.
yes, and
Yeah.
because of all the stuff I've learned from you, I can work that into conversations depending on where they are. And almost all of them have been from Eastern Pennsylvania, so they share that same disdain for Philadelphia and in the surrounding area.
Well, no, you want Western Pennsylvania people. They're from the good side of the state. Eastern Pennsylvania is Philadelphia, and that's where you're just going.
Oh, I'm sorry, I flipped it. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Winston, let us know
Okay.
about Hershey.
Well, hold on. So
Milton.
Tony, you've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania?
Yes, quite a few times.
Does it smell like chocolate?
It does, and
Okay.
actually, when you
Well,
get
hold on,
close,
Brian, you know why it's called like Hershey chocolate is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
the road
Um,
actually looks browner. Like the roads themselves, I think, are slightly colored. The lamps, the street lights are Hershey Kiss shaped. It's pretty great.
is kinda
It's
cool.
pretty fantastic. Yeah.
So, okay, Tony, did you stay there when you went to Hershey, Pennsylvania as a kid? Or was it like a pass through town and you kind of just kept going?
No. Like when we'd go on vacation, like we would go to vacation and we'd stay at a hotel and go to Hershey Park and the zoo and stuff there. Yeah.
Okay, so how haunted would you say Hershey, Pennsylvania is?
Haunted, huh?
Yeah.
As a child, we weren't doing any sort of stuff like that, although that kind of stuff does fascinate me. So we were hanging around the touristy areas of stuff like the amusement park or Chocolate World. I would
Chocolate World.
say
What's in Chocolate World? I need to know about this.
Chocolate World is basically a giant Hershey candies store, but they also have a dark ride, like it's Disney World, like that shows you how they make
Oh,
the
that's kinda
chocolate.
cool.
They give you free samples at the end, which is great.
Always good.
They have a 4D movie.
Of chocolate?
Yeah, like when you go to the park, all of the like you must be this tall to ride, and they're like mascot meet and greet characters are like personified Hershey candies.
What the hell?
Yeah, like there's a
That's
Reese cup
so
guy
weird.
and there's a Hershey cup lady or a Hershey kiss lady and stuff. So it's like that the movie is these characters and then they blow scents and water and stuff at you, I guess.
That's kind of
There's
cool,
a
I
place
guess.
where you can go make your own chocolate bars and Reese cups. You can put like different
Ooh.
stuff inside of them. It's great. You buy all kind of
Yeah.
merch, all kind of crazy. Like you can buy like a 10-pound Reese cup and stuff. Yeah,
Oh, that's sick.
it's pretty fantastic. But I would say like it's just 30 to 40% haunted. I don't know.
Okay, so the reason why I say this is recently a few of my coworkers had to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania for work. And I've talked to my coworker today and they told me about the Airbnb that they stayed in. And he showed me some pictures and it was probably the creepiest looking Airbnb you could find in the area. It was weird. It was a giant house. It has like a bunch of like it has like a meeting hall inside the where the living room would be, and there's like long tables and people sits around. The house had like 5 bedroom or something, but 2 of the bedrooms was detached from the main house, so you would have to walk outside to get to the said room. Anyway, I was talking to my coworker, and he was showing me some pictures and video of the house, and it was extremely creepy. They for whatever reason went up to the attic, and it was extremely dark. There was a chair just pointed into the corner. There's a
Brian, if you go to an Airbnb, are you going in the attic?
I don't think it was one of those
Also-
you gotta pull the hatch down to climb up type attic.
Well,
I
the
think
crawl
it's just-
space. The crawl that's or like the attic. Okay, like that type of attic.
No, that's not the type of attic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's almost feel like I think it's a different floor with stairs that leads up to it.
First of all, why are your coworkers renting an Airbnb for a work trip?
Because it was a long work trip, so they had to stay in the Airbnb. And there was no hotel close by that was in the price range. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anyway, not the point.
We'll
Yeah.
let that one slide.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, but it is weird, right? So anyway, he showed me some videos of the place and it was real creepy. And so what he told me was one night he went to dinner with a friend of his that was also in town up there. So he was away from the rest of the coworker that we had. And so he had finished dinner early, came back, and he was the only one in the house. And then he told me that he was on the phone with his girlfriend. His girlfriend was talking to him and was like, "Oh, babe, the house look weird. Are you scared? Are you creeped out or anything like that?" And he was like, "Nah, it's fine." And immediately, as he says that, in his room, or in his Airbnb room, there was a clock. It was like a kind of vertical clock. It's not a tower by chance, but it was like a table clock. And whatever reason, it has a door, and the door slowly creaks open, and you hear the creaking noise in like those creepy haunted house movie, and it just like that.
Did
And
he film it?
He didn't film it because he was on the phone with
Oh.
his girlfriend. But he was so freaked out that he left the room and went downstairs and just sat in the common space for like an hour before everyone got back. So I was
That's
like,
weird.
I was like, that's really weird. Did
It's
anyone
totally
else
weird.
experience anything? I was like, that's super creepy. He was like, yeah, 2 of our other coworker had stayed in one part of the house where the 2 rooms were side by side. So one of them was in one room, the other one was in another room. One night, one guy had already went to bed. The other guy was still awake and he was in his room. And he heard on the door handle, like somebody was shaking the door handle open. Like, you know, that rattling noise when someone tried to open a locked door? He heard that and he sent a text to the guy next door and was like, "Hey, are you messing with me?" But the other guy was completely asleep and did not hear anything, did not react to the text or anything. So the very next day, he was so freaked out that they just move in and stay in the same room together. But I was just saying that because I told my coworker, I was like, "You guys stayed in probably the most haunted place you could ever imagine." This house was built in 1802. It was burned down. Yeah, it was burned down during the Civil War because they had a piece of paper that explained all of this. It was burned down during the Civil War by the Union soldier to stop the Confederate soldier from advancing, and then the Confederate soldier shows up at the house, and it says in the piece of paper that water bucket magically appeared like it was magic and helped the Confederate soldier put out the fire. And I was like, that's creepy. The house was burned down, rebuilt, and I'm like, there's no way somebody didn't die here.
That's
There's
weird
at
because
that house.
I just for fun I googled, is Hershey, PA haunted? And it's like, yes, Hershey, Pennsylvania has a reputation for being haunted.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah, what primarily known as the sweetest place on earth, the town is rich in paranormal lore. There you go. So yeah, so I guess maybe it maybe it had. I've never been there, but yeah, my wife has, and yeah, she did.
Your wife been
on-
to Hershey, PA?
Yeah, and commented that
funny.
it smells like chocolate, and that the street lights are the Hershey's Kisses. So fun stuff. How far? But that's far from you, right, Tony? Like you're from where you're from?
I mean, it was probably 3 hours away or
Yeah,
something.
okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, we would sometimes drive now from Atlanta to Macon, and that's 2 hours. So, I mean, it's not that. You think of a drive like that, 3 hours isn't that bad.
3 hours for a tourist attraction. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would often go to Wisconsin Dells, or not often, but we occasionally went to Wisconsin Dells, which was like up in Wisconsin, as the name implies, where there was a bunch of water parks.
Okay.
I imagine now as a kid, it was amazing. It was just like, unbelievable, tourist traps. But as a kid, it was like super cool. But now I'm like, I wonder if you go back as an adult, you're like, this is just nothing but, tourist traps.
Maybe next, I'll put it on my list. Maybe next time we got to talk road trips.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
that would be a good one.
Personal or
That's-
family. Those are two different types.
We'll just get
Good
into
we
road
go
trip
off,
stories.
Yeah.
It's about that time. I'm gonna shut us down here so we can get some post show in here. So thanks for listening. Appreciate it. If you made it to the end, thank you as always. Tell a friend. Rate and subscribe wherever you're listening to so you don't miss new episodes when they come out. If you want us to talk about something, join us in chat. We had a new first-time listener in here. I've been throwing some comments out. You can also email us at podcastxyz, that's xwhyz, at gmail.com. You can visit us on Instagram for news and previews. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can listen to the post show and watch it. You can also check us out on TikTok. You can check out our merch link, Winston's Watch and Listen List, which is our link dump, and other goodies at our home on the web, podcastxyz.podbean.com. And with that, we'll see everybody next time.
See you later.
See you later.
Later.